You fucking still going on about that?
Man United takeover is imminent. We're hearing the Qatari bid is the one that's taken over. It's the one that's going to be accepted, and it's the one that is going to go through. Hallelujah, man. We can't.
No, you're chatting shit. You're proving my point. No, you're proving your point. We're fucking 15th.
It's on the
We're 15th. We are 15th, sir. We are 15th. We are 5 points away from relegation. Yeah? We are closer to the bottom than the top, bro. We ain't winning Europa. There's no European football next year.
Either way, you didn't beat us. And the time before that, you didn't beat us. So, man ain't worried about you, man.
Oh, okay.
I'll be real.
All right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Last season where you nearly won the league, you didn't beat us.
Okay.
Not once.
Arsenal didn't beat Fulham. Are Fulham better than Arsenal?
That's not the point. I'm saying I don't care about you, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about you, man.
Fun and games until a ball got to get kicked.
Listen, you see that Klopp aura and that aura started to fade. You know the ones, and now it's not even Klopp no more. It's not even Klopp no more, bro. You see the aura thing that you had, the aura thing that you had. I can't wait because, brother, I swear to you, bro, you man need to win, bro. Because, blood, if we beat Liverpool, brother, I'll be real. Change your number.
Win the league at Anfield.
Boy.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Don't let me see it, Monts.
Monto,
How about this? As I said, hey, Hooks, don't be giving me the guard of honor.
Oh my gosh.
What? I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. I don't care about that shit. But I know that you care.
Oh, you don't care.
I know that you.
I know you don't care. I know you've done it before. I know you don't care. I know you don't care. I know you don't care about that. You've done it before.
Done it before. Yeah, he's been there.
Done it before.
Yeah, I've also won the league at Anfield before. And I was the only brother that supports Arsenal on the internet that was saying this year is looking like Anfield 80 blood clot 9, bro. Yeah, I've been saying it. Yeah, there's hella archives, hella documents. I told man in 89, yeah, we drew with Liverpool at our ground. Yeah, Anfield 89, we beat Tottenham home and away. Anfield 89, we went to Anfield game week 38, game week 36 is but close enough. I told man, Anfield 89, we had man come from Hale End that made a difference in the team. Kevin Campbell, R.I.P., my brother. Yeah? Ethan Wanyeri, Miles Lewis Skelly, the stars are aligning.
This is nasty work. Dragged out aligning.
I know you watch My Hero Academia, bro. You see the all my bro. The stars are right.
Hey.
Aligning.
Stars are aligning, you know.
I what? Are we doing this?
Hey, Hooks, hey. No one forced you to say all that, man. No one forced you to say all that.
Are we signing contracts? Are we doing? All right, cool. Say no more.
Them clips are nasty, man.
It's nasty work, innit? Hey, bro.
Remember who I am.
Nasty blood.
Remember who I am. Remember who I am. Second, remember I've got all your numbers. Yeah. And third thing, remember, yeah, I drive. Yeah. See.
But what's that got to do if the stars were aligning? But we hear you.
Yeah, word. I'm trying to.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know what that means, bro.
You know, back in the day, yeah, we used to use the stars for guidance when we was going places, innit? So I'm saying,
right. Oh yeah, for real. Oh yeah.
You get it. Oh, there's the Big Dipper. Cool. I gotta take the next left. Yeah, don't worry, man. I know all about them things there.
Well, I hear it. Is there anything you want to say regarding that clip, or?
I said what I said.
You said what you said.
Yeah, I said what I stand on business. Stand on business.
Yeah, you stand on business. All right. Listen, man. Listen, guys. We're back for episode 2 of Title Talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot's changed. A lot has changed since last week's episode. Last week's episode, it was within touching distance. Now Liverpool seem to be slowly running away with the title. Obviously, I'm joined today by the originals, of course. You've got Errol here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Errol. Make sure you're subscribing to all of his work with the Redmen TV and Redmen TV 2, both as well. And of course, some new stuff you're going to be seeing that's going to be released quite soon that I will not say at this moment in time. But just make sure you guys are locked in. You know what I'm saying? Stay locked in. Of course, you got hooks, halftime hooks. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself. Subscribe to halftime hooks. And also, we've got Fam Zone TV up in the place. We have also my arch nemesis, you know what I'm saying? Troopz, who is just in the background. I'm not too sure. He's not here right now, but big up Troopz as well in the building. And also, we've got Matt, obviously, from Coppish. That's gang as well. You know what I'm saying? So big up yourself. We've had to get another serious panel in for Title Talk. I mean, I know everyone's saying, Months, why are you still naming it Title Talk? You know, Liverpool need to drop points for this show to be interesting. But just because the title might be mostly done, that doesn't mean again, I'll say this.
Might be.
Just eye contact for a second, people. Just because you guys think the title's done, just because you guys think that, and even if it is done, that means you guys are still going to have this show, and man, I'm going to have to sit there and listen to every detail about the title and listen to how nice it's going to be when we lift that title and how great it's going to be if teams even think that they're going to be given that guard of honor. Because remember, not just one team gives the guard of honor.
We're not doing no guard of honor. Fuck that.
Not just one. It's just once the league is won. So 6 more wins and it's mathematically done.
Just don't. By the way,
match day 20. We played 27 games, so that means if we win 6 games, match day 33. Do you know what I'm saying? So as I said, even though this is title talk, this is more like prison talk. In pause, it might be prison talk because the way the man gonna have to sit there and listen through Liverpool prop, it's mad. So maybe Liverpool do drop points and make it interesting. We don't know, but for now, we're obviously going to talk about a few things to do with the Champions League as well. Arsenal have just smacked PSV in POV, blood. Yeah, that was some POV shit. I'm not going to lie, bro. That's like what PSG did in POV to Brest, blood. Bare jiggle them. It was motorboat settings, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't lie. At the end of the day, as much as I want to hate on Arsenal, 7-1 is a ridiculous scoreline. So we're gonna start with that 7-1 before we do get to anything to do with the title. We're gonna get to that 7-1 because it is the latest game that has been played. So obviously, big up Troopz, obviously, for jumping back in as well. Man, them 7-1, man. How you man feeling about that? Because that no one saw 7 coming in it. Do you get it, bro? Like,
I mean, I saw 4 and 7, man. I mean,
stop lying, fam.
Laughed at me, you know what I mean? I predicted it's all there. The archives are bro.
We saying, why didn't I get that clip? Clip?
Yeah, exactly. You can go to DG Media. You get it. You can check on BSB, bro. My thing, bro. 4-1. That's what I said. Nobody believed. Everybody laughed at me. Oh, Hooks, you're deluded. Oh, you're deluded. Oh, top gooner. Oh, heterosexual. This, that. All of this rubbish. Yeah. By the way, it turns out I was the humble one. I was too humble. We went over to PSV. Man was telling me, Hooks, how dare you disrespect PSV? We think you're through to the next round already. How dare you? Right, Months. What about? You should worry about Noah Lang.
He bagged.
You should be worried about Noah Lang. You remember that? You should be worried about Noah Lang. Well, I told you, bro. I told you he's Martinelli. I told you the numbers are looking like Martinelli, bro. You get it? So it just is what it is, bro. We went there. We slapped them. Arguably the most comfortable game I've seen Arsenal play all season. I was comfy. That was comfy, bro. That was one for yours.
But we're meant to be on the same team here. That's what I'm saying. That's what Hooks does, fam. He makes it hard for us all to be in the same team. You get me?
That's fine. Bro, like I said, bro, I'll happily frontline on my ones, bro.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. You're not being. That's not what happened.
Hooks and I this, bro. Look left, look right. I don't mind, bro. Nobody needs to be there with a shield and with a sword, bro. You get it with the bullet. I'll do that all myself, bro. I don't mind, bro. I don't need help. Get it? I don't need help, bro. You get it? You get it? That is what it. And I was proven right. How about that?
You fucking still going on about that?
I'll do it, man. I'll do it right. I'll do it right, bro. This way out.
Wait, what are you talking about? You got to be specific. Who are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, I don't need to be specific about anything. Because you know what? I won. I battered PSV, bro.
We all won.
I took them.
It sounds like you're firing shots at your own brethren, bro.
You know what he's talking about? He's talking about DG, Deludaguna, isn't it? We was on a stream. We was on a stream talking about it.
Not just DG, by the way, because I'm back again. I did let Troopz know. I said, bro, I said word for word, bar for I said, bro, you're playing PSG. Why going for this 0-0 stuff, bro?
PSV.
PSV. Sorry, you're bro. You're like, even with your injuries, you're better than these man, bro. Comfortably better than these man. And obviously, I know you've been scarred and that. I know the West Ham game scarred you and that, but bro, come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Them like you, man, was always going to beat them over 2 legs. Don't get me wrong. 7-1's crazy, isn't it? 7-1 is insanity. That's
no one predicted that, innit? We've got to be real about this situation.
No one predicted that.
No one knew that. No one predicted
that. Let me ask you a question though. What did your board say when you left Highbury? Why were you moving to the Emirates?
Bro, we're going all the way back to this.
I'm asking the question.
Crazy.
I'm asking the question.
To compete with the best.
That's nasty, bro. That's nasty.
Let him do his lawyer stuff on to compete with the best.
I'm just asking the question. The question was, what did they say was the reason that you were moving to the Emirates?
To compete with the best. To compete with
the best being the Bayerns and the Real Madrid of this world.
Yeah.
Well, 17 and a half years later, you have arrived. Car Bayern used to do them things to shit clubs. Bayern used to dunk on teams 6-7-1s, 6-2s, 5-2s, all them things. And you have finally arrived at the party. You have done your own Bayern thing. Do I lie?
All I'm saying is, I thought that we was having a normal talk. I didn't know it was more. I would have been more prepared than this. I would have been more prepared. I don't normally get ambushed like that. I didn't know you were coming for war with you, Errol. I didn't know last week it was all fine. Everything was cool. It was all good.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. That is a stripe in the direction of heritage in Europe. Do you get me? When you have those big dummies on a team, you've got to get props. I'm proud of you.
Don't do that.
Right. Hey, this is.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this was coming.
I'm here to spread Arsenal prop in it. I can't lie. That's nasty work from Errol. I'm here to say, listen, that's a record breaking away win, isn't it? That is a record breaking away win. And genuinely, I'm not gonna on a. Let me put my objective hat on right now. I think Arsenal needed that. Not the win, because I think the win isn't beating PSV is not a mad thing. It's you got your job done away from him. It's not a mad thing. To win 7-1 and to score 7 goals, I think will just at least give Arsenal players the confidence to kind of maybe take that into the next game, whether that's because obviously the second leg's done now. You can play the under 16s in it. I'm talking maybe in the Prem.
No, it's not done. It's not done. Be consistent. Yeah, let's not disrespect PSV. You get it? Carry on.
As I was saying, as I was saying, listen, I'm giving you prop, man. I'm trying to.
I don't need your fake love, bro. I don't need it.
That's fine. I'm still gonna continue giving your club the praise it deserves. As I said, I think the players such as Erdegaard, like he's been under criticism. You know what I'm saying? I think he's someone who he's finally put in a performance that you could say was reminiscent of his usual self before he got his injury. That was more like the assist to Calafiori. That's stuff I was seeing back in the last season post Dubai. That's the Erdegaard that man was seeing. Now, obviously, is that the same Erdegaard we'll see maybe against one of the Madrid in the next round? We're not too sure yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Is that the Erdegaard we could see against Man United on the weekend? I'm not too sure yet. But it's better. It's better to see that. It's better to see that today and you know, so you can kind of prepare for the next game rather than, I don't know, Odegaard putting in a stinker and you're kind of going into the next game thinking, bro, how long is this drought gonna last? Do you know what I mean? So that's my thing. I think it was still.
Who do you man won in the next round? I think that's a valid question at this point.
That is a valid question.
Halfway through the tie, he's pretty much got it wrapped up. You know, it's unspeakable to think that you would lose at this point, and I don't think he's will. He's too good. So who do you want? Who you got your eye on? Who do you think helps get you to the semi-final?
Well, that question there is a mad one because I don't really want to play Atletico Madrid. I don't really want to play Real Madrid. I'll be real. I don't play none of them. But I'll be real. Like, in terms of probably have to. Well, I don't. That's a mad question, you know. Like, Atletico Madrid will be what their style of play is worse for us. But Real Madrid, obviously, Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? So they've got too much experience, too much know-how. So either one of them games are equal difficulty. I'll be real. I'll probably just say get Real Madrid just for the chance to attack and the lights, the big glitz and the glamour of the tie. You know what I'm saying? But to me, we'll be underdogs in both games.
You got to beat the best to be the best. I think that's obviously the way I think most of us look at things. Hooks, Troopz. If you had to pick between the Madrid, which one would you kind of favor? If you could pick between both,
it don't matter. Both games are difficult, innit? Madrid will attack, Atleti will defend. So it doesn't really matter which one we get. We just have to deal with it.
I know you were watching, obviously, your game last night, though, but I watched a bit of the Atletico Madrid game. They weren't just defending Madrid last night. They took it to Madrid.
They went for it. And
he was unlucky.
Yeah, I watched that game.
He was unlucky to obviously to come out on the losing end. But for large parts of that game, they seemed to control Madrid. They were setting the pace and kind of had the intensity as well. Madrid get that early goal, but outside of that, the majority of that first half was all Atleti.
Yeah, and the goal from Alvarez, by the way,
that's disgusting.
That's Harry Kane. That's Harry Kane whipping the mask off type strike. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That strike was cold. I can't lie.
Yeah, but they still lost, didn't it?
Yeah. Even Rodrigo's
that's not a bad result at the Bernabeu, though. That was them at the Bernabeu, 2-1 down. That's not a bad result, given the fact that they'll probably back themselves to go home and do something.
But it's what Real Madrid. Yeah, it's what Real Madrid do though as well, don't it? Like there's times in games they don't really play that well, but they've just got players who are able to come up with a big moment in it, and that's what happened yesterday. Like, see that first goal for Rodrigo? Did you see the touch to bring the ball down and then in one motion bring it inside and slap on it? Like, that's what you got to deal with. Like, at any given moment, they got Mbappe, they got Vinicius, they got Rodrigo. We already know what they got in it. Whereas Atletico, very, very different, like you said, Errol. So one thing I've seen about them this season is that there are times when they are kind of like they let off the handbrake in it, and they will attack you, and they will just suffocate you, so to speak. Pause. They'll push up, squeeze the pitch as best as they can, and just make you play in your own half. They kind of did a little bit of that yesterday. Real Madrid at times couldn't even get out.
True.
So
I want Real Madrid. I'll be real. Like, for my true villain arc, I need Real Madrid, bro. I'll be so real. Like, and in terms of like preference, in the grand scheme of things, like, it doesn't matter, innit? Both teams are more than capable of beating Arsenal, innit? So it's like, oh, would you rather get shot or stabbed? That's kind of what it is, innit? So like, it doesn't really matter. But like, I think that you know, for many years, you know, Arsenal fans, we was vexed that we just wasn't in the Champions League, innit? Like, we was vexed that we were seeing like Tottenham in the Champions League and we wasn't making it, and we was failing to get in there. And whenever we're watching Champions League, we're not watching our club in the Champions League. So I'll be real. I want to be in the Champions League so I can watch Arsenal play the Real Madrids, so I can watch Arsenal play against the Barcelonas and the Bayern Munichs, innit? So I'm there for the spectacle. You know what I mean?
I don't really care about playing them, blood. I want to beat them.
Yeah, I want to beat them too, but you can't beat them if you don't play them, innit? So, and and personally, well, I want it to be Real Madrid just so. I've already told him as well, big him up, Lee Gunner. I'm gonna call your phone and you're gonna bring me on the stream, and we're gonna talk. Because too many man talk about Real Madrid, like, do you know what it is? Cool. You can think Real Madrid are gonna beat Arsenal. Cool. You can think that Atletico Madrid are going to be Arsenal.
Real Madrid is the tougher tie.
I don't know. I think Atletico Madrid is the tougher tie.
The Bernabeu.
No, the Metropolitano is equally as hard for Arsenal, isn't it? But it's more about play styles, isn't it?
Like, you know what though, Troopz is right though. I feel like I'm one of them. From if it was a Liverpool perspective, over two legs, I'd rather play Real Madrid. I think from a Liverpool team's perspective, we've got a better chance of navigating, having 2 bites at the cherry to beat them in a one-off game.
That's because you play. Like the way Arsenal play, it's like the way that Arsenal play. It can be likened to Atletico Madrid. Like we're more about defense. Like, be solid at the back first, like everything defense first, and when it comes down to it, like Simeone is the master of that. So the difference is our attack ain't. Do you get it? Like all they need is one moment. A Griezmann, a Alvarez, they bag it. That one moment, I can't guarantee. In that one moment, we bag it, and then once Griezmann or Alvarez bags, bro, Simeone will just go, all right, cool, say no more. And Arsenal won't score.
Yeah, but then at Madrid, you've got Mbappe, you've got Rodrigo, you've got flipping Vinicius, you've got Jude, you've got Valverde, you've got Camavinga, you've got Tchouameni, you've got Rudiger in defense, you've got
Modric coming off. I hear it. 70 minutes.
Yeah, Brahim Diaz.
Not just that. Then
you have them white. When them white flags start waving in the Bernabeu, they like start looking up like, what the fuck?
No, them are the holders. Real Madrid are the holders. That's the first thing, that they're the holders. The second thing is when we're looking at the draw, we all wanted the easiest path, innit?
I didn't.
You wanted the hardest path. You wanted the
I wanted the hardest path. Yeah, because I know what will happen if Arsenal ever, and I'm saying if. Yeah,
so when you was looking at the draw, we was getting the draw.
Bro.
He's mad. So when we're in the FA Cup, you want Man City. You wanted Man City.
No, in the Champions League.
You wanted to play Anfield away.
Anfield away. In the Champions.
And then you want Liverpool in the final. Then you want Newcastle.
Why
next round.
He don't want to. He don't want.
So was you more disappointed?
Why are we taking
away?
Why are we taking the context away, bro? In the Champions League, I want the hardest.
But was you disappointed that you got PSV then? You
yes, he was.
You wanted a big. You wanted a.
I wanted.
Yeah, Vex is.
Brother, this is the Champions League.
I wanted Juve exactly. I know what will happen if Arsenal win it. Big if just so people know if. Yeah. I know man like to say I'm deluded. It's if, Arsenal win the Champions League. If we had some easy route, the only reason Arsenal won Champions League.
No one can say that. We won it.
I was going to say, if you won the Champions League, that's us just trying to banter, but we can't say nothing if you win it. That's the first time you would have won it.
I want to
slay.
Yeah, but you're talking about you.
He wants to win the battle. He wants to win the war.
He's speaking about YouTube too much.
But I want to win everything. I want to slay everybody, bro.
I don't mind losing a few battles.
You think I would have played PSG today? I'd rather play PSV, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to go PSG away.
My perfect run would have been Juve in this round, then Real Madrid, then Liverpool, then Barcelona, That's the plot. But you know what? I want my revenge against Barca in the. I can't lie. I need my revenge against Barca.
We've never ever won the Champions League. What are you talking about?
I know this.
Why are you asking for the hardest thing?
Hooks, we've done that whole "I want my revenge" thing, and
I want it, bro.
It doesn't always
Liverpool
work.
chased revenge and got slapped 3 times, blood.
3
times.
True, it doesn't always work.
This is Anfield.
No, well, they've done us in the groups. They've done us in the groups.
They've done a lot.
These man went 2-0 up, and then they still Benjamin said, "Nah, 1 minute, let me wake up now."
That's Matt's fault, though. That's all Matt's fault, though. We was winning. We was 2-0 up. Matt joined the stream and we got slapped 5. They slapped us at 5. Bro, we was 2-0 up.
This is Anfield.
Matt joins the stream and we can see the 5 goals.
Allow it, Mons.
You know the funny thing about it is, you see when we played Bayern Munich last year, that was our chance to get back on Bayern Munich when they beat us 10-2 and all that. They knocked us out again. They knocked us out again, you know. You can want your get back 10 years in a row, and then you get your get back the 11th year. You know, it can take you 5-6 years to get your get back. Man wants his get back this year, and we get knocked out, and then we're gonna get back next year. Then we get knocked out. Then you talk about get back the year after. Then you get knocked out. Then 5 years later you get your get back.
That's all fine, innit? That's all fine. If you man want to dodge the big boys, then that's a you man.
Everyone wants to dodge the big boys. Even Real Madrid.
That's not my
Madrid don't want Liverpool.
My issue, innit? I have a
Real Madrid wanted Atletico Madrid.
They don't want them. They don't want
Madrid derby, bro. As well. On top, do you know what that means?
I think Madrid don't care, and that's why I'm trying to get my stand.
Nah, Hooks, trust me, they care. I reckon they do. You know.
Exactly.
Get it.
You think they wanted Liverpool? You think they wanted Atletico Madrid? There's teams where Madrid said, "Nah, we want to swear."
I don't think they care.
Everyone does. The whole world.
When Arsenal came out the hat, Madrid were like this.
Come on.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all
to
that.
go after your money than win the lottery. Who would choose to go after?
We don't have no heritage, blood. Why are they going to be scared of us? Half our team's injured.
I mean, hey man, like people can say why would they be scared of us, but everybody just watched us smoke a PSV, yeah, that hadn't lost at home in 14 games, yeah. I think virtually unbeaten at home in the Champions League, punched up Liverpool, yeah, you know, so they've done their thing, knocked out Juve. Like I remember everybody was telling me don't disrespect PSV, and we just absolutely collapsed them, innit? So whatever we think,
so because we beat PSV, that's giving you the confidence.
We didn't just beat PSV. Yeah, it wasn't just beat; it was a beat down.
But this is giving you confidence to beat Real Madrid.
No. It's not even about. It's just like
in the Bernabeu. You know, we have to go and win in the Bernabeu to get through this tie, innit? You do know.
I wanted Real Madrid before we slapped up PSV. So the PSV thing has nothing to do with me in it. But the PSV thing, yeah, because whatever you man and all of us think, yeah, about Arsenal and rah and whatever, yeah, people inside the football, the players and Ancelotti and all them, Diego Simeone and all them man there, they're watching what Arsenal did and going raw. That's a mad thing, you know. So the disrespect that we give to Arsenal as fans on YouTube and the internet, cool. That's one layer. The players and man not giving Arsenal that disrespect, you know. Them man would rather face PSV than Arsenal. That's just the reality of it.
I agree with you, but that doesn't mean that we that's never won the Champions League are going to choose the if we're guaranteed to win it, then obviously the perfect scenario you beat every brilliant team and it's like the greatest Champions League run ever. But we've never won it in our history. So why are you choosing the hardest?
One final. We've been to one final.
You're saying don't make sense.
Man City never won it till they won it.
That's not choosing the hardest route in life. Who chooses the hardest route?
Done it. Man City done it in their second final. We ain't been to one.
Nothing.
Man City were getting to semi-finals consistently. We couldn't even get past the round of 16 at one point, blood.
Nothing worth having in life is easy to attain. It's that simple.
That's why we haven't done it.
Big up Hooks, blood, but yo, delusion. Jesus Christ.
I just think
Hooks is just saying it, man. He's just saying it.
Nah, man.
There's no way he believes it.
As mad as it is that he, you know, as a bit of a statement, I think if there was any season to want to book a Real Madrid, you've probably picked a good one in terms of feeling yourself and feeling your own confidence. But my thing with them is, as Troopz said before, they only need a couple of moments. A couple of moments in the tie can be done for any team.
But the same can be said for Atletico Madrid. There's actually no difference.
But the thing is, you will get chances against Atletico, though. They might have.
No, we would actually get more chances against Real Madrid because they're more open. They will actually play.
But Real Madrid,
and they'll play out against us, and they will leave space. We'll actually have more chances to score against Real Madrid. It's about
when it's fight or flight. When those, like, you can have passages of play against Atletico where you can build up a little bit of momentum and a head of steam in order to capitalize, and that's one thing. In Real Madrid, those moments that you might get will come quick and fast, and you think you've got a minute, 2 minutes to do something, but in actuality, if you don't get the perfect pass or hit the perfect final ball or hit the ball sweet, it's gone, and that's your moment done. And all of a sudden, when you've got those white flags waving and they're chanting and they're mocking it, you just shrink. It is a different level of pressure. Like from, as I can only speak from a Liverpool perspective. I know over 2 legs I'd feel more confident against the Real Madrid. In a one-off game, you're probably looking to go for an Atletico. If it was Arsenal, though, as I say, I think you've probably got a better chance over 2 legs of being able to pick your moments against Atletico Madrid. I genuinely do.
Man got Havertz as his picture, you know, mad.
But listen, just quickly, let me just quickly do some housekeeping. Obviously, 600, just shy of 650 in the house right now, and currently
we're actually only sitting. We're only sitting on about 100 and. We're actually on 130 likes. We're on 138 likes of 650 current viewers. And to add insult to injury, we nearly got 100 votes. So you lot, please make sure you smash the like button. It is free. You know what I'm saying? It's just down there. It helps all the channel, helps the channel grow, all them stuff there. So please, guys, don't be a fraud. Smash the like button. We should easily be on. How about this? I want 700 likes for 7. I want 771 likes. Yeah, because of the 7-1 Arsenal one in it. They deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Also, a fab post I just wanted to read out just before we get to the super chats. Fabrizio Romano has just posted 5 minutes ago on Instagram that Liverpool have added Kerkez to their list for a new left back in the summer. Kerkez is expected to leave in the summer after an excellent season spent with the Cherries. Liverpool will bring in a new left back as Kerkez has also been added to the list as revealed weeks ago. So just an update from Fabrizio Romano on Milos Kerkez.
He hasn't half turned into a chatty patty him, no boys. I can't lie. I miss the days when it was just here you go only from a Fabrizio.
Yeah, just an update, nothing crazy. Well, just an update, but it's nice. It's nice to see that I'm a fan of Kerkez in it, so it's nice to see that we are being linked heavily. And obviously, Bournemouth, Richard Hughes, or the other name that I've called him, but you know what I'm saying, Richard Hughes is please get going, get going because we haven't done much yet. So let's make some happen. But moving on from that, shout out Kafka. He goes, Monts, Baelish, and Varies would be proud of you. Is that from Game of Thrones? The Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones. Yeah. Shout out Rex. He goes, for me, give us Real because they have some shaggy moments in the league and in the Champions League. Atletico is hard to score with that front three. Interesting.
People forget them man didn't even qualify automatically.
Don't that don't mean that I'm like they qualified.
They qualified, yeah, but they didn't qualify automatically in it, which means
but guess what? They won it last year, though, didn't they?
They didn't hold it. Did you not see the celebration? You didn't see the celebration Rodrigo did yesterday? Remind them, man.
Yeah, that's but there's some like. Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like I said. You can think Arsenal will get beaten by Atletico Madrid. You can think Arsenal will get beaten by Real Madrid. In it, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. In it, is what it is. Is what it is. In it, I just don't like the narrative of there's 0% chance.
No one said that.
To me,
no one's saying that. No one's saying that.
No, but that's the way that it comes across when people speak about Arsenal versus Real Madrid. And to me,
but you're too worried about what people think.
Because it really is that, Hooks. It's not, bro. It is David versus Goliath, blood.
Yeah, but
let me ask you this, Hooks. Genuinely, what you're asking your team to do? Yeah, Liverpool had to play Barcelona in the second leg. Overcome a 3-0 deficit, not have Salah, not have Firmino, and Robertson went off early in the game as well, had to be replaced with Milner, I think it was. You have to look at that and say, I believe our team can do it and do the unthinkable. You're telling me with your injury crisis right now, you can look at your players and say they can do something on that level.
I'll be so real to you, yeah. Football's not played on paper. It's just that.
But that wasn't played on paper. That played.
You know what, Errol? Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. Yeah.
On paper, you said that you would have lost that game, no? On paper, right?
Let me ask you one question. Yeah. Who would be the favourites? Real Madrid or Arsenal?
Real Madrid.
Favourite.
That's the answer then, isn't it?
What? But there's not. I think there's a chance. But it's everybody else.
There is a chance. It's football. We know there's a chance, but you're saying you want the hardest draw.
Yeah, I want the hardest draw. I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. You want the hardest draw, so you want the chance to get knocked out, the highest as well. You want the chance.
I want the highest chance as well. I can't lie. I want the spectacle.
You want the highest chance to lose as well. You want the highest chance to lose as well. You don't want the easiest chance to get.
High risk, high reward, innit? Do you know what I mean? High risk, high reward. That simple.
You know you can get an easy draw and win the Champions League as well, innit?
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay. I don't think we have an option at easy draw though. Everybody that we face is hard.
I'd rather play Aston Villa than Liverpool. I'd rather play Club Brugge than Aston Villa. I'd rather play any of these little teams. You think I want Bayern Munich in the final instead of like Sporting Lisbon or something?
I don't want Aston Villa personally. I'd rather Liverpool.
What's wrong with my
saying pray from Merseyside?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
No, but you know what? Me personally,
no.
Me personally, I couldn't deal with Emery knocking me out of the Champions League.
Let me tell you something.
It's all good for you. So it's all well and good for you, man. Yeah, but I'll have to go from stream to stream to stream to
Well,
stream.
it's not about the streams. It's about football real life.
That's what he cares about. It's the people. That's what he cares about.
Justy, tell him he's not here. He's not hearing you.
He
just what you're saying.
He just showed his cards.
I'm from the trenches.
He just showed his cards. He just showed his cards. I gotta go here. I gotta go there.
Why are you talking about streams? You rather Aston Villa than Liverpool?
Okay, so what you're saying to me is if Arsenal get Aston Villa, we get guaranteed going through. Is that what you're saying?
We have a better chance than going through against Liverpool.
No one in the world asks to go Anfield. No one in the world chooses to go Anfield, fam.
These man, listen,
want to go Anfield.
Troopz and Justy are not scared of playing the best teams. Yeah, what they are saying though is this: wouldn't it be a lot easier to get an easier team where you have a better chance of going through? What we're saying is this. Listen, no, I know. Obviously not.
I'm aware.
No, obviously. But what I'm saying is this, though. You're saying Real Madrid, yeah? All right, cool. And I understand it to a degree because they play more open football than Atletico. However, the flip side to that, though, is this. They have way more match winners, in my opinion. More than Atletico. So even Atletico have got that style of play, like I said, that can like...
But Atletico's got more match winners than Arsenal. So it doesn't really matter.
No, but Real Madrid, like Justy said, remember, they're the holders. They know how to do this. They're like an NBA team that play in the playoffs, you know. When it gets to January, February, that's when they switch on. Because I've been following Madrid closely this season. And let me say this, yeah. Throughout the beginning of the season, they weren't really doing nothing. Remember, people were saying Mbappe this, Mbappe that, ain't doing nothing. Over a click of a switch, their man said, you know what? It's business time now. All right, let's start playing ball. And look at them now. You don't want to face a Real Madrid.
They just lost the bet. They just lost the better, so they are beatable. But I get what man is saying.
Yeah.
It's not the.
They're not impossible to beat. Obviously not. But
do you know what it is? I'm not siding with Hooks. I'm not saying I'm siding with Hooks here, but Real Madrid don't have this divine right to nothing, in my opinion. Innit? They have their respect, and I understand. For me, it's because especially Arsenal don't have their strongest team right now. You guys are at a heavy disadvantage due to what's available. So I understand where Hooks and D are coming. Sorry, where Troopz and D are coming from. But what I would never say is that I'm not saying them man said that, but I'm like, I don't think Real Madrid have this divine right. Atletico, if you watch, like, man, then watch the game. Atletico were good. I thought Atletico had a good game. They can like, we don't even know if Real Madrid are going back to. We don't even know if Real Madrid are going through, bro. That ain't no guarantee.
Metropolitano, you know, it's difficult.
You know
no, 100%.
Like separately, all I'm saying that I think that Atletico Madrid have shown their minerals this season just as much as Real Madrid. If you look at it domestically in the league, I'm pretty sure they're above Real Madrid in the league. Someone, they might. I'm pretty
second.
sure.
I think Atletico is second.
That lost to Betis.
Yeah,
that lost to Betis. Let me quickly just double check the league table now in case I'm not just spouting madness in it. But yeah, so Barca are first, 57 points. Atletico are second.
Then comes in third. Yeah,
and then we got a third with 54 points. Now I'm not saying that.
They swear. They swear, man. Wait, no way. Atletico Madrid is above Real Madrid in the league.
They are.
That is the league, though, Hookster. Remember, this is the Champions League. Like I said, listen, I'm not saying what you're saying is necessarily wrong.
You meant to see it there. There's the table.
You're forgetting, Hooks. Real Madrid managers get sacked for winning the league.
That must be true.
All they care about is that Champions League year in, year out. Do you get me? Like, that's their bread and butter.
71 goals is crazy, though. By the way, that's crazy. That's absolutely.
Bro, for me, Barca, the team I definitely don't want to play. By the way, like, not team I don't want to play. That I'd want to avoid, but they're not on our side of the bracket anyway.
Yeah, so Atletico above Real Madrid, so that's why you would want to play Real Madrid. So why would you want to play Liverpool over Aston Villa?
Atletico Madrid have conceded 16 goals. Oh my god!
Yeah, Liverpool have been better than us all season. They're top of the league. They're back to win the league. They finished top of the Champions League. Anfield's a fortress. Who would want to play Liverpool?
You know, but man, you know, conceding 16 goals all season is insanity.
It's magic.
No. Yeah,
that's
insanity. How many injuries Madrid have had, and they've only conceded 25.
Yeah. I know Madrid have had injuries as well. But Barcelona have had enough injuries as well, bro. Barcelona didn't have the back. Didn't have a back.
Real Madrid had half their whole defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole defense. They are Tchouaméni and
no Militao. Yeah,
but
they had to bring in some youngster, innit?
Valverde was
Asensio.
But man, same way we speak about Arsenal. Same way we spoken about Arsenal, bro. Them man have come back, you know. Them man have come back and they've just lost to Betis. Look at Real Madrid's form.
It's not like their form has changed since these men have come back. Their form ain't changed. Same way when TT was talking, when Henry was talking about Arsenal, you man weren't creating chances when you had your man dead there. When the attackers are there, you weren't creating a lot of chances. You weren't creating enough. So I think the same applies to Real Madrid.
They'll probably still win the league though.
But yeah, the thing is of Real Madrid is their know-how rather than what they're actually doing on the pitch, in my opinion. It's their know-how, their ability just to get through the game anyway, rather than them having a star-studded season. That's just my opinion, innit? Personally, you know what I'm saying? But Troopz, obviously, I know, you know what I'm saying, trim time, you know what I'm saying? That's not the hats on them things there, you know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, thank you for coming on, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, my guy. You lot make sure you go subscribe to Troopz, you know what I'm saying? Every single time.
Man,
let's start, man.
Stop moving deluded, like big man thing.
Nah, man, killed it. Need you to rise up the machine, Troopz, man. Need you to rise up the machine.
Ah, you're on your ones, blood.
The what me bullets, blood.
Listen, I hear it. We're gonna for the Liverpool section, we're gonna get someone else in hopefully as well in a second. But of course, we do want to move on to the next topic as well. The next part, we have to speak about it. But before we go on to PSG, man, thoughts on the league title? I know obviously last week we did speak on the league, and it was still within reach. I believe the gap was 8 points last week. I think it was 8 points, or was it 11?
I think it was.
But obviously they had I think it was 11 points. They had an extra game in hand. I think it might have been 11 points, but obviously could have been closed down to 8. But 0-0 draw with Forest. Liverpool beat Newcastle 2-0. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys waving the white flag?
I think it's fair to say Liverpool are probably going to win the league. But what I will say to do this, what Hook says when he talks about streams and stuff like that, is Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City for the last 4 or 5 years have been they're in a league of their own in the Premier League. This is the truth of it. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City are in their own league. I know Arsenal have not won anything recently, and Liverpool have, and Man City have. So technically, those two are battling it out for in terms of trophies and stuff. But in terms of the actual league, in terms of the actual league, those 3 teams are in a complete league of their own. So I don't see any other teams competing with those 3 for the next few years, even to me. Because sometimes you have those 3 teams, Champions League, and then you might have an Aston Villa sneak in a Champions League spot, or a Newcastle, or then a Chelsea, or then you know what I mean? It's those 3 teams are completely different. That's how I see it. So in terms of the title, obviously this season is Liverpool's, but I think those 3 teams and their owners and those fan bases and the managers and stuff, we're really looking at what those 3 teams kind of do. I know Chelsea, because they spend a lot of money, but I think I'll be looking at Liverpool and Man City more, what they're doing and stuff like that, more so than anyone else. I'll be real, and I think it's the same for the other set of people as well. I don't know what you guys think, Liverpool fans. What do you not think about that?
No,
just quickly, by the way, just let me grab this super chat quickly, Errol. Shout out GDJ, because it doesn't matter. It's just another must-win game. I think he's referring to Real Madrid there. So go, Errol. Apologies.
No, I think you're right. But what I'm gaining from that, that point in particular, is the fact that you think you're respecting Liverpool again, because for the last 2 seasons, that topic of conversation was just Arsenal and City. We're in a league of their own for a long time. People didn't feel as though, maybe not yourselves personally, but Arsenal fans, on a more general stance, didn't necessarily think Liverpool was still in that conversation. And I'm just glad that my club have shown this season in particular that actually we are in a class of our own still, in terms of that 3, because you can't displace City after 1 bad season. And I think that's happened to Liverpool as well a couple of times, where the wheels have fell off in terms of the midfield engine room, but you kind of think, all right, there needs to be a rebuild, and then in the process of a rebuild, you're looking and thinking, right, they're pushing, but then you get hit with a whole host of injuries. And I think you guys now have seen firsthand the impact wholesale injuries can have, but then also not necessarily competing, being 1 or 2 for a season doesn't necessarily mean that you have actually faded away. And as long as your club keep the right level of foundations, as I can imagine Hooks is hoping next season, you can continue to kick on and stay relevant in that conversation, in that upper bracket. So from my perspective, I've got no problem Arsenal being in there. I've said when you come back to streams and stuff, I've said on streams for a number of years now, I need someone riding alongside Liverpool to help chip away at City, because doing it on our own for as long as we did is exhausting. And it's not to say that
That's exactly what I was going to say. Because that's exactly what I was going to say. Because even this season alone, if you look at it, as much as been Liverpool and Arsenal, Man City have fallen away. Tottenham, we've both beaten them easily. Beat them easy. When we played Chelsea, even though they were on fire, we weren't. We didn't drop points. When Chelsea were on fire, they came to Anfield, they lost. Do you know what I'm saying? When we played against Man United, even though we lost in the FA Cup on penalties, but the league game we won, none of us really dropped. Out of these three teams, really drop points to the other big teams. Really, very rarely. It's only Newcastle that kind of shake it up now and then, but very rarely do Arsenal, Liverpool, and that kind of lose to these other teams. And Man City, we're kind of only losing to each other and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? On a consistent basis, I feel like when we actually break it down into stages, I feel like Liverpool, they dropped for a few years, but you have to remember the year before that, they won the Champions League and the league and stuff like that. So they can still, in recent years, they're still up there, regardless of the little banter back and forth in the last couple of years. But now you're at the top of the tree. You're going to win the league this year, probably. And then next year, it's back to, can you retain it? Or it will be Arsenal and Man City back to where we can get to, because it's really us three for the last. We're turning this league into like how it was Atletico, Bayern, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. We're kind of turning it into that without other teams really realizing. It's slowly but surely turning into a three-horse race every year.
That's a good comparison.
I don't like how you trying to group us together like you ain't won shit for 20 years. I don't like that.
No, we're like Atletico. We're like the Atletico Madrid. You know what I'm saying?
They've won it, but they've won it in the last 20 years.
No.
Yeah,
but it's the truth. I'm having a real convo now. I'm being serious. This is the truth. As much as we haven't won anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I get it. I actually get it. I know what you mean. Because basically what he's saying is, like what Errol said as well, it was mainly us against City, and in the last, say, 2 years, Arsenal have now been involved, and now this is the third year where they're involved again. Yeah. So if we are going off what we've seen lately, then just kind of probability, it should realistically be Liverpool and Arsenal again next season. However, there could be another surprise, like how Nottingham Forest have been a surprise this season. So I expect Man City to be there, but there could be another like dark horse in that race as well. I tell you what's crazy. I know Chelsea got nothing to do this panel, but I am kind of like baffled as to what's happened to Chelsea, because at the start of the season, their man was saying they had a better squad than everybody else, and they have literally fallen. And I don't think we talk about them enough, but we're not supposed to, because it's about Liverpool and Arsenal. But yeah, it's mad how things change.
I was on a panel a couple of weeks ago, and somebody was saying, "Yeah, but Jackson had better thing than Salah at the beginning. That's why we were saying that." And I was thinking, what difference does it make?
No, I think it was Haaland. It was Haaland.
No, it was Jackson. Somebody was saying about Jackson had something.
No, you're right. You're right. It was someone said. I'm trying to remember who it was. Yeah, Chelsea. Who was it? Someone from Chelsea says the link up between Palmer and Jackson, the XG or something. Something about the goals and assists between them, so they got the best 1-2 combo in the league, basically. Or something like that.
All of these stats that show that you're better than this player at this time. I mean, Salah's been doing this for 10 years or something, or 8 years, or I mean, these guys have been doing it for so long, and you want to start comparing. I think that's what Chelsea fans do. They're so used to instant success that when they get a little bit of consistency, they've forgotten what it's like to be consistent. They're so used to instant success, and like I always say to people that know me, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Tottenham are big six or building clubs. Man City, Man United, and Chelsea are spending.
I just listen. I don't want to give Chelsea too much grace, but I've always said that I'm kicking myself for praising them as early. And maybe I'm not kicking myself entirely, because they did win a lot. It was game week 18 that they were doing well. It's not like it was game week 4 or game week 5. It was game week 18. That's halfway through the season. If you're doing well halfway through the season, then obviously you're going to give a team their credit. That I certainly will anyways. But in the long term, I was right. I did say their squad is not as good as what people were making it out to be. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. And you know, when you spent that much money and Tosin, Fofana, and Cole are your centre backs, then just give it a rest, innit? Just give it genuinely, just give it a rest. Like I'm not really trying to hear it. Like they need a whole new back line. Chelsea are built like the letter P, and even the breast them silicone seem to be leaking out the side of the titty them, because I'll be so real. The goals have dried up and they're conceding at will. And they don't even rate their
they might not even finish in the Champions League places,
bro. They're chatting to man about you're chatting to man about Jorgensen and them, man, bro. Jorgensen and them, man. They don't even rate deep down. They don't even rate, bro. They just hate Sanchez, so they have to rate whoever's an alternative to him. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's all that is. That's not a quality thing. It's just they don't fuck with Sanchez, bro. So whoever they're done the same thing with who's the other one that's gone on loan? Pittsburgh. Who's my man that went on loan? Petrovic. I said Pittsburgh.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Pittsburgh's crazy.
Pittsburgh, you know. I was thinking
it's like Diagon Alley. Remember Errol Diagon Alley?
Petrovic, you know Petrovic, innit? Yeah, bro. Like Petrovic weren't that bad, but it's just that the fact that he was an alternative to Sanchez, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Reece James thing, you know, Kukurea is actually probably the best thing about their defense right now, and even he's starting to like.
What happened to the other one? Gusto was meant to be the next.
But then Sean Paul, he's being asked to invert when he's not an inverted right.
He's overlapping outside. Yeah, he wants to be on the outside.
Cole Palmer as well. I thought Cole Palmer was the best player in the league.
I was the best player in Europe.
That's what I'm saying. He's better than Saka. He's better than Salah. He's the most exciting player. He's the best. I've heard the most.
They were saying in the second season. I mean, the Arsenal fans did say when the man starts getting doubled up on, hey yo.
And the other thing with that is people, especially some of these pundits, they don't realize how exhausting and tiring it is carrying a team. It takes a certain level to be able to do that. Props to Saka, because when Arsenal went all singing, all dancing, Saka was still holding it down, being consistent with it. Do you get me? Yeah. You've got players like Steven Gerrard. Liverpool in the mud, but Steven Gerrard's season, and it's even though I don't rate Bruno Fernandes. Even though a lot of his game, there are a lot of things that you can pick and pull apart. When his team needs to count on someone to do something, he's somebody that is a part of that. Do you get me? It takes a certain kind of player and character to be able to do it. Cole Palmer's done it for best part of 12 to 14 months, and even he looks burnt out. So it's not to say that with better players he wouldn't be able to flourish, but it's not something that I can see him doing season in, season out, based on what I'm seeing over the last 4 or 5 months at Chelsea. Because if he's not got the players around him that are able to contribute and chip in, he's just going to get burnt out. He's going to have 4 or 5 good months every season, and then the rest of it, he's just going to fall away. That's just how it goes.
What it is.
Both as well. Simply, when we talk about Cole Palmer, I always say it like the manager's dying on the wrong hill. Dying on that Madueke hill is going to dead off Palmer, bro. 10, the 10 position is being marked out of how boring the game of football is. So when Palmer's having to play 10, teams are just setting up and going, cool, mark him out the game. You can let Noni have the ball. Let Neto have the ball. Let their man have the ball. As long as Palmer don't get the ball enough, as long as we minimize what Palmer can do, then you've minimized 70, 80% of what Chelsea can do, you know? And rather than if you had him on the right, you're freeing up space in the middle, which makes Chelsea ultimately more dangerous. Do you see what I'm saying? Ultimately more dangerous, especially because I'd rather have Noni on the right or face Noni on the right than give João Felix the world of space in the middle because Cole Palmer is the worry. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think Chelsea fans would agree with that as well. But I don't want to give these lot too much time. Shout out Shaq's OT, he goes big up Hooks. You're a madman, easy CR route all day.
Everybody's better than Saka and Salah until they have to play Saka and Salah minutes. It just is what it is, to be honest.
I like what you did there. Just try and separate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Shout out Saka and them man there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I like what you did there. I like what you did there. I'm a fan. So yeah, I'm a piece of shit, and I'm a piece of shit. But listen, people, make sure you're smashing the like button. Last part: Liverpool versus PSG. I actually forgot to ask the question. Matt and Errol, do you think the title is done? Completely done. I know I've asked the Arsenal boys. Do you think it's done?
I'm planning parties and group chats and everything, so yeah, I kind of got to say that it is. Haven't I?
Hey, listen, Errol. When's the link up? When's the link up? Have you got the APs ready? Because I'm there. I'm down.
I'm coming as well. How about that?
I'll roll you. Yeah, man.
What'd you say? Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
Just make sure you don't cancel the party game week 37, innit? But I'll be
not around here, partner. Not around here.
This man thought they was invited to the party.
No, they're not invited. Them man can't be there. Errol, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let man know, fam. You gotta let man know, Errol. You gotta let man know.
PM me the code in it. The
AP code.
I got you pin location a lot, man. On the guest list, man. You man are on the guest list. Roll true.
Nah. Appreciate
love that.
Come on.
I can't believe I was still speaking. I got me thrown out of the thing.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Oh,
listen,
my
no. Dead serious. I'm gonna be in Mersey. I'm being Liverpool, bro. Dead serious. Dead serious. I'll be.
I heard someone said party. You have to join.
Go to the party. You know what I'm saying? I'm the
party. But you know what though? To answer your question, do I think it's done? Yeah, it's done, bro. I'll be real. It was done when I thought, when I saw Arsenal lose to West Ham.
Yeah.
That's when I thought, do you know what? They needed that result. They just needed it. Like, not even a draw. And then obviously they're going to follow that up with a draw to Forest. And that's when I said, yeah, it's done. Like, it'll take something so dramatic for us to not win the title. Do you know what I mean? It'll have to be one of the biggest.
It's because you followed it up with beating City. If you had not won against City,
yeah,
I think that it would have been a bit of it's a stalemate and we can maybe hope for the best the next few games. But I think that kind of put the nail in the coffin. And then even subsequently the draw with Nottingham Forest. And then I just think since then we just kind of flatlined a little bit. You lot went up again, we didn't. Simple as that.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
No, fair enough. And obviously Arsenal boys, and you guys think it's completely done? Just to double check.
The league, yeah, definitely. I mean, go on, Hawks, you do your thing again.
I said you do your thing again.
Let Hawks say what you got. It's over for me.
I don't think it's completely over. Like it's like for Arsenal to win it from this position would like be absolutely like unthinkable in it. But you never know. Football, I've seen crazier things in football. Arsenal have overturned a 13-point lead before in the past. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. But at this present moment in time, it does look like it's probably going to Merseyside, isn't it? But we'll see.
Listen, I know Matt. Obviously, I know you're.
Yeah, I got a shit. Apologies.
No.
That's how you, man. Yeah, that's how you, man. Catch up. Yeah.
For me,
cool.
I'm not even trolling.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Coppish every day, man. They'll be live later today as well.
For me, it was the 2-2 draw against Villa, and I say that to say this, and Hooks can vouch. I knew we would drop points, but so will Arsenal. So if we're being honest, I think you would admit, Errol and Mont, after the back-to-back losses draws against Everton and Villa, me personally, I think there was a bit of doubt starting to creep in our fan base. Our fan is starting to get a bit edgy after back-to-back draws. But I still believed, and I said this to Hook, I still had no doubt we'll win the league just because we're still probably going to drop points towards the end of the season. But the story of this season has been when Arsenal see Liverpool drop points, Liverpool drop points. Let us go and drop points now. That's what it's been. So that's why I always had that confidence on top of their injuries that they have as well. So I never really was panicking as such. But for me, it was the Villa game. I know some people might say it's the West Ham game, but when I saw they couldn't beat Villa, I remember they had more. Havertz was still there. Martinelli was still there. The only big absentees were Jesus and Saka, maybe another one, but they had more players available than they had for the West Ham game. When I saw they couldn't get over that, Aston Villa, a tough team, albeit, but you're at the Emirates. And if you want to win a title, they're the games you got to be winning. When I saw them draw that game, and context as well, they were 2-0 up. So it's not like it was 1-0, 1-1. They were 2-0 up. I think if we're at home 2-0 up against any side, we're going on to win the game. And that's the difference. So for me, it was the 2-2 draw. I just said, yeah, these don't have it in them to go all the way.
Fair enough. Shout out Kiz for becoming a YouTube member. You've joined the BSB family, joined the BSB cult. Just a reminder to actually forgotten, just to push the membership, guys. We are knuckling down on this membership. You know what I'm saying? New emojis on the way. You've got the colored badges now, so we've updated things as well. There is going to be members only content that's going to be released early as well. So just, big up Kids becoming a member. Make sure the link is in the description to become a member as well. But yeah, no, just to kind of see things out as well. And also, sorry, just for this last comment as well that I need to just read out. Shout out, Kiz. He also says that shout out to Mont and the panel. Best channel for football banter out there. Fact. Big up to you all. Appreciate you, Kiz, for the kind words, man. You know what I'm saying? This is only episode 2. You know what I'm saying? So this yeah, man, this show is definitely gonna carry on. Hooks, whenever you need to as well, by the way. PSG versus Liverpool now. That's the last part of the show. PSG versus Liverpool. How are we feeling? Chat. Obviously for me, I'm a bit wary of Dembele. For me, he's
a problem.
For me, he's a proper problem. He's always been a problem. He's a player that I've always enjoyed to watch. I know he's had his critics, but there is a part of his game that for me is underappreciated, because even at Barcelona and the way the Barcelona fans dislike him for celebration and whatnot, at the end of the day, his last year for Barcelona was very, very good. And everyone absolutely just forgets about that. Everyone forgets about that. And I feel like, personally, it's understandable, because obviously kind of being in a way, I don't want to say he's in the shadow of Mbappe, but when Mbappe exists, it's very hard to kind of be that talisman and also be French as well. But I think Dembele, again, Rom spoke about his record over on Never a Foul. It's not just that as well. Even when they weren't performing too well at the start of the season and they had Kolo Muani and things were still a little bit disjointed up top, he was the one scoring the goals. He was the one involved in anything that was positive for them. Not to take anything away from anyone else in that forward line, but Dembele is the catalyst to their success, or any successes that they've had this season. So I just kind of wanted to give him his flowers in it, because yeah, man, even his back end of Barcelona was very good as well.
Do you know what?
And he stayed fit. Also, just to add on, and he stayed fit. Everyone talks about injury-prone players, but don't want to give them the, right, he's actually stayed fit kind of thing, or give it a mention. He's actually stayed fit as well. So,
do you know the example I would use on PSG, and Spurs King was speaking about it over on Never Felt earlier? PSG are reminiscent of what we've seen with Bournemouth the last 6 weeks. Obviously, they're not the same level, but in saying this, when Ivan Nilsson hit their talisman come out the team, a lot of their forwards start to interchange. They seem very fluent. Now, I think when you take Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe out that team, let's be honest, everyone just get the ball to them. They're the talisman, get the ball to them. Where this team, everyone seems more as equals. It seems more, there's more synergy in the team. I think people trust each other a bit more when it was just get the ball to them free. And I don't know if you agree, Monts and Errol. I think individually we have probably the better forwards, but I think PSG as a collective, I think their forwards might be slightly better than us, if I'm being honest, as a collective right now, because you've got Nunes, which we know what he is. Jota's class, but he's even having a bit of dip in form. And this is one of my favorite forwards. Chiesa barely gets a game. Diaz, when playing false nine, this game probably caters for him, to be fair, because when he plays that false nine against teams that play the high line, you've seen his more successful games. When you see Diaz in the false nine against a lower block, he kind of gets nullified because they just kind of leave him to roam inside. And then obviously you've got Salah and Gakpo that have been probably our two standouts out of the 6 or 7 forwards.
Hopefully Gakpo's fit to play as well tonight and fit to start.
I think he comes on into the fold, Errol. I think he won't start the game.
I think if Gakpo doesn't start, I can see him playing Diaz as on the wing and Jota through the middle. But or alternatively, if Gakpo can't start, I should say, I could see Diaz playing on the left, Salah playing on the right, and I'm going with Curtis and Szoboszlai and doing the box midfield thing. I can see him doing
away
that
from home as well.
I think the two, like if you noticed halfway through our season, the two big changes that he's moved with has been Diaz through the middle and this box kind of two false nines, half nines, half tens into Szoboszlai and Jones. And I think as a team, we've looked better doing the latter. I think the Diaz one, as you mentioned there, Roms, works in moments, especially teams that play a higher line and are a little bit more expensive. But if a team's prepared to just like soak up the pressure of Liverpool and say, right, you can have the ball, I think Diaz can get lost in that system a little bit, whereas he knows what he needs to do over on that left-hand side. So it will be really interesting to see if Gakpo is fit in order to do that tonight. But for me, the game's going to be won lost in the wide areas, and that's for both sets of teams. The full-backs and the space in between those full-backs, from Trent's perspective, Robbo's perspective, and then their lads' perspective on the other end of things. I think that's what we're going to have to kind of hope that can play into our hands, and hope that our lads have a really good game and actually step up to the plate. And I think when you look at examples like the City game, some of the moments in Aston Villa, we did, in Newcastle didn't really get tested as much, but we've stepped up to the plate in big moments in recent weeks where defensively we've had to look a little bit more resolute.
Errol, that brings on to my point, yeah. don't you think we should adopt the same approach how we went to the Etihad? I know PSG and Man City are two different outfits, but you know when we conceded possession, I think it was 31% possession. We kind of let them have the ball, and I'm not going to say as far as we hit them on the count because there was times we had to sustain the possession, we would build up, but predominantly it was let them have the ball. I think that's the approach we should go with to this evening, because I think with that it'll kind of confuse them a bit, because I think they expect us to go gung-ho, and then you'll get obviously the counter argument, we're Liverpool, we've got the attackers to hurt them, which I get. But I think if we're slightly more conservative now, because I think we do them at Anfield anyway, I think we progress in the tie. I don't think we actually win tonight, but I think over the tie we go through, and that's the most important thing. But I'd like to see the 4-2-4 you're speaking about with kind of the box midfield, because I think it works, especially against teams that come at us and play that high line. I was wondering if you would have that, and Mont, and even D from an outside perspective. Would you rather have that?
I think the only difference is with that doing against Man City is they play midfield wingers, don't they? Whereas PSG, like you would have a hard
out and out.
I mean, Dembele would be, if he was fit for his career, he would be the best player in the world. That's the player that's the level of talent that he has. So you'd have a big problem containing something like that type of live wire. If you try and do that, like this coming into midfield and passing around and trying to break them down, that's not gonna. He's just gonna be running at you, and you'll be fine. Next thing you know, they'll get a red card. You get 2 yellow cards in about 10-15 minutes. You have a red card in about half an hour if you try and do that with certain players like that. It's really tricky to contain real out and out wingers like that. He's not even a winger like a Doku that wants to come inside. He's like a winger that goes on the inside and outside.
And do you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Everyone wants, when this tie got announced and we were drawn to PSG, I know Gakpo and Gravenberch I know Gravenberch and Konate thought, for fuck's sake, we need to cover Trent over 2 legs. I think them two saw this tie and thought, because you're right, because they've got out and out wingers. I didn't even see it from that perspective. Man City have kind of midfield wingers. We know in our pomp, the reason why Trent could go forward, had that license to go forward, because you would have the Hendersons there and other players tracking back. Gravenberch and Konate do a lot of Trent's work. This season, a bit less, because we're a bit more conservative, and Slots instructed him to stay back, not go forward as much. But I know still in this tie, Konate and Gravenberch thought, yeah, they've got out and out wingers. You know what they used to say? Chalk on your boots wingers that literally just stay wide.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna have their work cut out tonight as well. Because for me, I actually think Trent could be one of our weapons. Because Errol, you mentioned it. I said wide areas as well in earlier shows. People might say, but Robbo and Trent are going to bomb forward. So will Nuno Mendes and Hakimi, and we're going to have success as well. It's just when we pounce. I think we're going to have to be very careful as and when we go tonight.
Is it that Vitinha that they've got in there? Is he there? Holding midfielder. Yeah. I think if he does go to the other, because I think we'll be quite fluid in our approach. But if he does have someone like Diaz that can press the life out of him, stop him pulling the strings, that could be absolutely key. So whoever plays in that false 9 position for Liverpool, or in closest in terms of the centre forwards, it might be Szoboszlai. He might be tasked with that in terms of nullifying that threat of someone like him, because then it forces them to play more out wide. And if it does force them to play out wide, that can then play into our hands, where we can then slowly pick them off and find the gaps in the spaces. So I've been saying for a couple of days that, like, you know what, I would have took a knee. If we wouldn't have been 13 points clear of Arsenal, I would have been happy. Once I seen it was PSG, I would have took a knee in the Champions League this season. But now that we've got that lead, and I think we can get at PSG, I think if we do get a result at their place, the amount of pressure that it goes over to in terms of them trying to get a result at Anfield just plays into our hands. So we've got no choice but to go for it tonight, and I think we do come out, probably win about 2-3-1, if I'm being honest with you. I think I think they'll score, but I think we can get the better of them. I really do. I think we might see one of our best performances of the season tonight. Konate's going to be up for it. Verge's going to be up for it. Yeah, I'm more confident now.
Do you know if this is true? Someone put it in the chat on an earlier stream. Apparently, Konate, McAllister, and Robertson are all a yellow away from missing the second leg. Is that true? Because I've been trying to research and I can't see it anywhere.
I don't even know. I'll ask. I'm going to go over to their place in a minute, so I'll ask the question. I'll drop you the message, because I don't actually know myself.
Yeah, I need to probably get that info. I think the only thing I'll just say on the game as well is that I've got 1-1 for my score prediction. I just feel like I really rate what they have going on there at PSG. There's a number of players that I'd love to have, like the Vitinhas. I'd love to have a Vitinha. The fact that he wasn't starting for Wolves, the fact that he was struggling to get game time for Wolves, for me, a top 5 player in Europe, midfielder in Europe, in my opinion, is one of the most heinous crimes someone could commit. Is to have Vitinha sitting on your bench, playing in the Carabao Cup, getting microwave minutes. That's crazy to me.
You got
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy to me. But I also think we are Liverpool, and that box midfield that you guys spoken about, I wasn't really a fan of it when I first saw it, but it seems to have given us a bit of more extra. Our defense has been very leaky in 2025. I think it's okay to say that. And I think this box midfield has solved a number of those defensive issues.
Especially in the bigger games.
It's given Trent the backing that he needs defensively. It's helped Robbo out because he struggles a bit now as well. And for me, everyone keeps on talking about how, you know, listen, Kravar and Dembele against our wing backs send shivers, bro. That I'm not gonna lie, that ain't something I want to see. But at the same time, what about Mo Salah? How the hell are they gonna stop Mo Salah? How the hell and as much as I do like the box idea, I think I probably would agree if they do go with Jones and Szoboszlai as the 210s. I'm not sure I want to disrupt what Luis Diaz has going on. Test Hakimi. I think someone like Diaz is going to be difficult for a player like Hakimi because of his box of tricks. And you kind of just leave Diaz to do his thing. And that's kind of when you get the best out of him. And I think, as I said, Diaz has got that Oxlade-Chamberlain gene where you can't just throw him in and expect him to go and move some mountains. Give him 2 free games, 2 free 90-minute games. And on that 4th and 5th and 6th, you're going to see a better version of that player. And that's what I also saw for me with Diaz over these last 2 games. I've been impressed with Diaz. All the adversity he's had to listen to, everything we've spoken, like everything that everyone said about him in a negative light, what he doesn't do enough of. For me, he showed that in the Newcastle game. I mean, it was brilliant. And I think to kind of bench him after that might just disrupt a little bit of that flow. So listen,
I don't think he'll be benched. I think because Cody Gakpo's out, I think it's a decision that he's going to have to make. Does he play him through the middle, or does he put him out on the wing again?
Yeah.
Joe and
I think he has to stay outside. I think he can't go from position to position and maintain his highest level. I think he has to stay in one position to get the best out of Diaz. It's a good headache for Slot to have. That's what I'll say.
And I was going to say the beautiful thing about this is even if he does go one way and play Diaz out wide and start with Jota, we know what our manager does. He changes it. If it's not working, he will just change it. So I don't think that's something we have to worry about too tough. But
yeah. But big up. Listen, guys, we're gonna round it off there. Shout out everyone. It's been another magnificent episode of Title Talk. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying the show. It's had brilliant feedback. We got up to at least 740 people today. You know, even higher than we got last show. Still 500 in here now. Make sure you guys do head over to Redmen TV 2, where you're going to see Errol talking some more football as well. Make sure you're subscribing to the Man Them, Fam Zone TV, Halftime Hooks, Coppish, Troopz TV, where you'll find me on those channels as well. So, and also make sure you're following Roms on all socials as well. Listen, people, make sure you subscribe to the channel on your way out if you haven't already. Smash that like button. Let's get to at least 300 likes. Drop a comment below on whether you thought was good about the Arsenal game. Was it a red card?
Predictions, man. Leave us some predictions. I'll come back.
Leave us some predictions as well, man. We'll be there in the comments for you guys to discuss with. But listen, guys, take care. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to catch my match reaction. My Arsenal match reaction is also out. I dropped it just before midnight. So have a watch of that. 8 minutes of your time. Drop a like. And we'll see you guys at 8 p.m. for my watch along, where I'll be going live watching the game. And obviously we'll be live at 10 p.m. for the match reaction too. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next one. And big up, man. BSB to the world.
Love my G's.